Hey, my name is Nicholas. I'm with OsteoStrong here in Sioux City. If you're listening to this, you're likely an athlete or a parent of an athlete, and may be curious about OsteoStrong, osteogenic loading, impact emulation, all of these things that we talk about on our website and on our Facebook page. I wanted to do a little bit something different today. Kind of wanted to come from a little bit different angle, speaking more of the language, the way you look at things. This last summer, so I've been following CrossFit games for quite a long time, and I do a little bit of CrossFit myself. But this last summer, there was an athlete with Team CrossFit Mayhem out of Cookeville, Tennessee, named Ellie Ward, who's a very powerful athlete. She's part of that team and has been for the last 2 or 3 years, and just does an excellent job. Well, this year in June, she got busted for PEDs. Now, I would say most of the people on her team and most of the people that follow her are thinking she didn't intentionally do this, and there hasn't been any evidence yet that she has, but that it was likely something that she was taking in her supplements. But when I was listening to her speak even about that, she took ownership for that and admitted there's a pressure to perform and to continue to take yourself to the next level, where she was trying to find every legal and healthy way possible in order to boost her performance. And unfortunately, there are things out there that people try, even trying to do it the right way, and it ends up taking them down. But what she was talking about, like, follow suit with, regardless of what sport that you're in, everyone is wanting to take their performance to the next level. They're wanting to be able to move the barriers that they currently find themselves in and get one more second, to get one more yard, to get one more point, and to be able to beat the competition in whatever they're doing. That's not bad. That's a good kind of attitude to have, actually. That's the kind of drive that's going to help you to succeed in your community, in your family, and in work someday. And so how can we encourage that kind of performance and do it in a way that's very, very positive? One thing that we talk about a lot here at OsteoStrong, and I think especially when we're talking to athletes or people who are in the lifestyle demographic that are wanting to move their performance, is that the body's central nervous system has a natural governor or a braking system in place to keep you from taking your body farther than what it's capable to do. And that's why at times you could be running a 40, get the best time you've ever had, and then for the next 2 weeks you're like seconds behind it. You're wondering what in the world's going on. Many times the reason for that is that there's a weak link in your kinetic chain that your central nervous system is very, very aware of, and so it's putting a brake on your performance in order to keep you safe. And so the question we ask is, like, how can we continue to move that line? How can we continue to move that governor forward incrementally so that our performance follows suit? A lot of us are wanting to unleash our full potential, our full power. And when we talk about this at OsteoStrong, we talk about the foundation of the skeletal system. Like, it is the foundation on which your whole body is built. And we've learned a lot in the last few years from doctors and from sports doctors, those kinds of things, that talk about if you have a healthy skeleton, your muscles are going to perform better, your joints and ligaments are going to perform better, your energy levels are going to skyrocket. That's what we focus here at OsteoStrong, is a person's musculoskeletal system. And so we're able to do something with that through all of those terms I threw out before, osteogenic loading, or putting pressure on the skeletal system that triggers it to build in density. And then when that happens, all of the other parts of your body begin to follow suit, and you start to see your performance taken to the next level. And again, all of this is based on, I've talked about this before, but it's based on what's called Wolff's Law, where in 1892, Julius Wolff found that if you take the human bone and you put pressure on it, or you give it an impact event, it responds by building bone density. But two things that Dr. Julius Wolff didn't know. One, how much pressure does the bone need in order to do that? And then secondly, how would we safely provide that? Okay, so for about 125 years, everyone in the medical community knows about Wolff's Law, and they know the benefits of even falling down when you're a child and hitting something. They've seen it even in archaeology. It's found archaeologists are able to tell what field someone was in based on the thickness of their bones. They can tell a carpenter that was left-handed because the bones in that left arm from grappling that hammer is so much stronger. So impact events are very good for you. Best for you in between the ages of 13 and 19 years old. 90% of your bone density happens between the ages of 13 and 19. Couple of reasons for that, but the two primary reasons is that's typically when we're the most active. Our hormones, our muscles, everything are going at peak levels, and so we run faster. We have a lot more boldness in the things that we do. Where we take dives. We're trying to take ourselves to that next level. That's extremely good for our skeletal system. But also the rest of our body helps build bone density between those 7 years, unlike anything that you'll see for the rest of your life. And so it's very, very important that during those years, you're doing everything that you possibly can to get those impact events, to trigger the skeletal system to grow in density. You'll see your performance increase when you do that, but the second thing is you're able to build a bone bank or a savings account of bone density that's not only going to last you through your athletic years, but in middle age and beyond when it really counts, and where even fracture prevention is a big part of your way of thinking. Everyone starts to decline after the age of 30. And so you have a favorite athlete that once they hit 30, and then definitely by the time they hit 40 years old, their value starts to decrease with the amount of decrease in their performance, right? You've seen this before. They get traded off so many times because they're just not competing at the level that they did before. One of the primary reasons that happens is because everyone up to the age of 30 starts losing 1 to 2% of their bone density per year. And so as they do that, as bones start to lose density, your central nervous system starts to decrease the performance and even decrease the mass of muscle on that skeletal system in order to protect it. So if you're able to build bone density through your teenage years, through your athletic years when you're younger, and you're building that savings account of bone density, your ability to perform at a peak level through your 20s, your 30s, and even into your 40s begins to increase dramatically. You maybe could ask your dad or your mom, maybe 45 years old, and say, are you able to perform the same way that you were when you were 19? And they're going to laugh at you. They know that they can't. Okay? And again, going back to it, part of that reason is that loss of bone density, which for a very long time we thought there's really nothing that we can do about that. But with osteogenic loading, that is no longer true. I started by talking about this Ellie Kabord, Team CrossFit Mayhem, who got in trouble with PEDs. There is a triathlete in California who calls OsteoStrong legal doping. Not exactly sure if I like that term or not, but I do like what she's saying. What she means by that statement is this: there's nothing wrong with wanting to take yourself to the next level of performance. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get another second or another yard or another point and continue to move that restriction your central nervous system is putting on. But we want to do it in a safe, a legal, and a repeatable way. You're able to do that at OsteoStrong. What OsteoStrong provides by providing safe impact emulation for the skeletal system is able to give you the benefits of performance enhancement without the drug. It's able to give you the benefits of performance enhancement without the risk of being illegal, which is a wonderful thing. And so what we're wanting to offer to you is to be able to come into our center. We give anyone that comes, their first session is 100% free, no cost attached to it at all. And the reason we do that is we're wanting people to be able to see with their eyes and to be able to hear firsthand what happens here and how it works. And so please feel free to give us a call, 712-522-5675, or get on our Facebook page where you'll find multiple places that you're able to click on a link and make an appointment. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.